Now, to further understand the completing of a square method, let me solve another example. And this example says that use completing the square to solve this equation. Remember, we have to find the value of x. That is what the solution of an equation is. And we can use any method uh, except that there is a particular method mentioned in any question from the examiner or the author. So in this question, it says that we have to use a particular method, and that is we have to complete the square and then we have to solve. Further, it says that leave your answers in third form. So that is something that I'll explain in a while. So I'm starting my solution by writing down the same expression which is given to us in the question. It is 5 upon x plus 2 plus 3 upon x minus 5 is equal to 1. So the first thing that we will be doing is we will take an LCM, and 5 times x minus 5 plus 3 times x plus 2 is equal to 1. And then we move the denominator to the other side, multiplying also in the numerator. So it becomes x plus 2 times x minus 5. On the left hand side, we get 8x minus 19. On the right hand side, it becomes x squared minus 5x plus 2x minus 10. So if I move everything to the right hand side, there is x squared minus 3x minus 10, and then a minus 8x plus 19 is equal to 0. So we get x squared minus 11x plus 9 is equal to 0. Now we have to complete the square. So we will be considering these two terms which contain the variable, and for completing the square there should be a first term which should be a perfect square, and as we can see that x squared is the perfect square of x. Then I am writing according to this sign the formula in the negative form, and the middle term would be a negative term. The first term written over here would be written in the first bracket, and then there should be a second term over here in the second bracket. And the second term we have to select, we have to choose the second term uh, in a way that the final answer we get from the second term should be minus 11x. So what should be written in the second bracket over here? So the term that should be written over here is 11 upon 2, so that the 2 present in the denominator cancels the 2 present in the numerator before x, and the product of 11 and x would give us 11x. So the same second term that we have written over here should be again written over here, and there is a plus 9 after the bracket, and this whole is equal to 0. Now, again, if I compare, there was a x square, and there is a term which represents x square. There was a term of minus 11x, and again there is a term whose answer would come out to be minus 11x. There was a plus 9, and it is a plus 9. So the thing that we have added over here is 11 upon 2 square, and it wasn't written in the original question. So there are two ways to balance it. Number one is if I want to balance it on the left hand side, then I'll be writing a minus 11 upon 2 whole square over here, so that what was added in the left side gets balanced by subtracting it on the same side. And there is another thing that I can do, since it is an equation, that I can add 11 upon 2 whole square on the right hand side also. So that would be better, because if you add something on the left hand side, it should be balanced by adding something, the same thing on the right hand side also. Okay. So now whatever is written in the curly brackets is going to be equal to first term minus second term whole square. And then on the right hand side, there would be 121, the square of 11 upon 4 minus 9 if I move 9 to the other side. So again, further simplifying it, it would become 129 minus 36 upon 4, 1 and 85 upon 4. Okay, now I'm taking square root on both the sides. Okay, so x minus 11 upon 2. The square root would get cancelled by the square, and on the right hand side we have plus minus root 85 upon 4. If I move this 11 upon 2 on the other hand side, it would become positive, and then we have plus minus root 85 upon 2. Since 4 is a perfect square, so it would be equal to 2. The square root of 4 would be equal to 2. So the final answer that we got here is 1 upon 2 times 11 plus minus root 85. And the question, there was an instruction in the question which said that leave the question in the surd form. So the form of surd is the form where we do not write the answer of any square root in the decimal form if it is not a perfect square. 85 is not a perfect square, so if we try to find out its answer from the calculator, that would be in some sort of a decimal form. So instead of writing that answer, we would leave the answer as square root of 85. So this is the answer. We got two values for x after solving this using the method of
We
completing
try
the
to explain complex concepts in simple language and with effective examples. If you like the video and the way we explain the subject, consider liking this tutorial, commenting on it and subscribing to our channel and press the bell icon, so that you stay updated and get notified when we upload more videos. Thanks for watching.